Hello and welcome to another short video on the Absolute Game of Nerds. Um, I want to go over today my 2024 collecting goals. To start though, just do a quick review. In 2023, when I listed my kind of wish list, I had 2 books on it. Obviously, I got more than 2 books, as we've shown in our recap issue episode. But the 2 books I wanted to add was my Hulk 181, which I got the CGC 5.5, and my ASM 129, which I got the CGC 6.5. Accomplished that very early. So I made another goal of adding an X-Men 1. That didn't happen. It didn't work out. I did add a Daredevil 1, which is awesome. But the X-Men 1 didn't happen just for various reasons. And, so you'll see that'll be coming up in my upcoming goal. That being said, right, in 2024-23, when I started too, I wasn't collecting cards. And so I had no goals in terms of cards for that. And obviously, I made a huge move in cards. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about my comic goals and my card goals. And I keep them kind of short in terms of what I have because they're the big items I want to secure, not necessarily all of the things I'll secure. So let's start with our comic goals. So yeah, as I mentioned, X-Men 1 was my trying to squeeze into 2023. It didn't happen. So 2024 is going to start with kind of an all-out almost effort in X-Men 1, right? Obviously, as you saw with my goals for 2023, I put 2 books up and I got a lot more books. Because when I do find deals on books that I want, I will go for them, right? Like, and what do I love? My first appearances. So, I got like Tomb of Dracula 1, Blade, things like this, right? I will pick them up when I find steals, and not the goal is idea is that I'm not going to divert a ton of money away from the pot that, I have something like X-Men 1. However, I'm thinking unless some like absolute steal comes up, it's kind of all in effort until X-Men 1 is in the bag. After X-Men 1, though, there are 3 big books that I am going to get eventually. As far as 2024 is concerned, I'm definitely going to add at least 1 more, hopefully at least 2 of these 3. Which ones will they be of those 3? It really is more of a function of the right time and place for the deal that happens. So it's not that I want these 2 or this one more than the other 3. It's kind of just like, okay, I've got the required whatever funds or books to trade or whatever, how it works out ready. And the deal comes up for one of these 3 books and I pounce, right? And then I do that for the next one, right? Until I get all 3 of these is kind of how I look at this. So all know books, it would be Fantastic Four number 5, which is obviously the first appearance of Dr. Doom. Tales of Suspense 39, first appearance of Iron Man. And Journey into Mystery 83, first appearance of Thor. Now, of these 3, yeah, I think I would prefer to get Doom and Iron Man first. I think Thor, that book is going to be on the down for a little bit. So I think I have a lot more time there. Even Iron Man kind of fits in that boat. Doom would probably be my first choice because I think there will obviously be a spike when he does come to the movie. So I do want to get it before then, even before a trailer. But you never know how these things shake out. Also, when it comes to villains, once they've had their ride in the MCU, they kind of tend to crash, right? Like first Thanos did that, for example. However, I'm hoping that Doom is a, 10-year, 20-year kind of villain. So I'm not really looking to wait that long to get that FF5. So I'm going to try and target that before. So those are the comic goals. Again, along the way, will there be side quest books? Absolutely, right? Books that I would love to acquire if I found them at Steals. That would still divert quite a bit, actually. And again, I kind of want to stay away from the smaller, like $100, $2, unless there's something just screaming books. So books that I kind of would like to consider, the kind of 2 that come top of mind would be like ASM 14, First Green Goblin, and Journey and Mystery 85, First Loki are 2 I think about. So those would be cool to add. But again, the priority for comics is these here. Moving on to cards. In the last video, I showed those autos I loved, and I talked about how some of them have Stan Lee autographs. Those especially those ones from Marvel Beginnings, are like some of just the most premier, most sought after inserts in Marvel cards. Um, and so there are 10 that revolve around either the Silver Surfer or the Thing that I would love to add. And so I'll just kind of go through. So these are all going to be from Marvel Beginnings 2011, 2012, Series 1, 2, and 3. Oh, and I should say the goal is to get one, right? Not to get multiple. I mean, obviously, would I love to get multiple? 100%. But these things rarely come up. People don't move these Stanley autos, and they're not cheap. So yeah, the goal is to get one. And so the first 5 I'm going to show you are going to be some of the more. So again, that set, they have those breakthrough issues, which are covers of comics, key significant comics that then Stan Lee signed, and then those are inserted into packs. The first 5 of the 10 are like the primo keys, as you'll see, that, I mean, even more so people would want to hold on to these. And if they did move, I mean, these would go for probably crazy amounts. So maybe out of my range. They would be Fantastic Four 5 again here. First Doctor Doom. If you want to see this card, Doom card on Instagram, Jesus, he has this card signed by Stan Lee. He has this card signed by Joe Sinot. I have neither. I would love both or either. But the Stan Lee would be the goal. There's also a duel of Sinot and Stan Lee, but I've never seen that. From what I've heard, I don't know of anyone that has seen that. Silver Surfer 1, right? Fausto has this one. I found someone on Facebook, one of the Facebook groups that has the duel. So this would be, you saw me. I had I have it right here. This card signed by Joe Sinot. The Stan Lee one would be obviously a Grail card, and then there's a duel of Sinot and Lee. And I saw someone on Facebook that got this, and he said he's turned down offers as high as $3,000 for it. He says he's never moving it. That's kind of thing we're looking at here, but that would be just unbelievable to grab. Fantastic Four 48. Again, another one Fausto has. Another one I found a guy on Facebook. He didn't respond to my message him about it, but he kind of posted that he was never moving it. But yeah, that would be absolute monster. FF1. I've personally, Pankit, Catbolt, he showed me a post from years ago on the Facebook groups that this was sold with the Stanley Auto. Didn't know the price, but that's obviously long gone and have not seen one since. But obviously would be a monster there. ASM1, right? Because Thing is there. And I mean, like ASM1 signed by Stan Lee, like who wouldn't want that card, right? Again, this would probably be, honestly, of the 5 I've showed, this would probably be the most expensive one. But this would be sick. So moving on from these monsters, the next 5 would be much less valuable, but still, in my opinion, would be Grail cards for me, would be the top cards in my collection if I get a Stanley Auto, and much more realistic that one may pop up that someone is looking to move. First being Fantastic Four 100. And if you remember, I have the Joe Sinot auto of that one. So there's a Stanley auto of this. And I really like this cover too, because it's cool because it's got all kinds of characters. It's got Doom, it's got Namor, it's got the Hulk. There's a whole cast of characters on this one. So this would be a fun one. I've never seen this one signed by Stan Lee. I've never seen it. Fantastic Four 12, one of my favorite all-time issues. This is another. Oh, this would be another example of kind of a side quest book that I would be totally into adding back into the collection. I had this, but it was of that UK price variant. It really drove me crazy. That little 9D where the 12 cent is, it just doesn't fit. So I was happy to move that in, getting my Daredevil 1. This book I would absolutely love to get. I missed one this last year on a steal. Oh, it still drives me crazy that I missed it. But this does have a Stanley auto. Would love to add that, obviously. FF4, right? This is the first Silver Age Submariner. I've never seen, I don't know of anyone that has seen this one signed by Stanley, but there is one out there or has not been pulled that may be sealed. A lot of these, actually, the thing is, a lot of these maybe still be in sealed boxes. This one, from what I understand, has never seen the light of day. FF King Size Annual number 3, right? This is the issue with where Sue and Reed get married. This would be a cool one. Pankit has this one. I've not seen another one. Would love to see if this one popped up. Another cool one because, I mean, this has that whole cast of characters again, right? Namor, Thor, Captain America, Doctor Doom, Spider-Man. They're all on there. This would be a sweet one to have. And then the last one, would be FF18, right? This is the first appearance of the Super Scroll. There's a Stanley Auto of this one. I've never seen this one. I don't know if anyone else has seen it. But yeah, any one of those 10 cards in a Stanley Auto would be the peak of my card collection. So to find one this year, I think would be epic. So that's the goal. I'm curious, what are your goals for 2024 when it comes to comics, when it comes to cards? Let me know what you think of my goals. And yeah, if you know of anything of those, by all means, always send them my way. But yeah, otherwise, that's all I got. Hope you enjoyed that one. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.